everybody at home, and I hope you're all safe and well in these strange times. We're delighted to be here, delighted to be asked by Féile to sing with the other legends that are on the bill tonight, Grania and Rainach. And we're going to start off with a song called Here Lies a Man. It's a song I wrote kind of about my dad, but about all the working men out there who go out early in the morning and are home late at night just putting food on the table. It's called Here Lies a Man.
The rolling hills of South Tyrone, those sycamores still look the same since first I saw these words in stone. Here lies a man who did little harm. Here lies a man who did little harm. Early to rise up with the light, always the first to step outside, always the last one home at night. Here lies a man who did little harm. Here lies a man who did little harm. The sharpest blade, a steady hand, always the first to take a stand, always the last to raise a hand. Here lies a man who did little harm. Here lies a man who did little harm. The open hearth, its embers bright, feels too warm for me tonight. Your presence near, just out of sight. Here lies a man who did little harm. Here lies a man who did little harm. Here lies a man who did little harm. Here lies a man who did little harm.
Lovely. Thanks very much. This next song was written just about a year and a half or so ago. It came out there in March. I was actually here in March for Féile and Yari, and we sang it that night at one of its public outings. It's a song about Loch Ness. When I was young and I was one of 10, trips to the seaside were few and far between living in Tyrone, so we got to go to Loch Ness. So we went to places like the Washing Bay and Oxford Island that had a paddling pool, and we were ate alive by midges, but we loved it all the same. And I moved to a place called Derry Trasna, which is at the shores of Loch Ness, about 4 years ago. And I decided that we should probably write a song in its honour. So we did a wee bit of research and worked out that 5 counties meet Loch Ness, which is more than I knew about. And, you know, I couldn't get over when I lived down there how many swans fly over the electricity goes out sometimes, and the electricity board says it's the swans hitting the electricity lines. I don't know if I quite believe them or not, but they do fly over a lot. And a rampart, I never knew that a rampart is a road that runs down to the loch. Now, Emma grew up by the loch shore there in Lurgan, so she knew all about it, but I didn't have an ocean. So when I found out all this useful information, I came up with this song. It's called The Shores of My Home.
When we were young and tired for the day, instead of the ocean we'd have Loch Ness, where we'd roll up our jeans, and then we would go floating our cares all away, floating our cares away, where the ramparts run down to the bay shore. We would swim and the swans would fly o'er, where 5 counties meet in the heart of this place, splashing our cares all away, splashing our cares away. When I need grounded in my mind, I will go where you cool still waters soothe my soul. And when I need grounded, drowning in my fears to your shores, I will go, I will go, I will go, I will go, I will go to the shores of my home. I will go, I will go, I will go to the shores of my home. I will go. Here in the city, so many miles from home, when it gets too busy in my mind, I will roam down the Cherry Valley Road to your waters blue and deep, drifting my cares all away, drifting my cares away. When I need grounded in my mind, I will go where your cool still waters soothe my soul. And when I need grounded, drowning in my fears to your shores, I will go, I will go, I will go, I will go, I will go to the shores of my home. I will go, I will go, I will go to the shores of my home. I will go, I will go, I will go, I will go to the shores of my home. I will go, I will go, I will go to the shores of my home. I will go.
Thanks very much. I hope you were all singing along to that at home. I normally have the crowd singing with me, so if you can sing along at home and help me out, that would be great. Speaking of home, we've all been stuck at home for a few months. This song is about going away to tour. A thing that might be a thing of the past for some. A few years ago, I was getting very frustrated having to go away to tour and very few gigs here in Ireland. I have to say, Féile have been very good to me, so I've had a few more round home recently. But this song is about going away and being away from your loved ones, but thinking about them and wanting to come home to them at the end of the day. So there may be very little touring over the next 6 months or so, but this song will remind us of those times. It's called where the heart is.
I'm running around in circles till my mind is in a spin. I'm banging my head against the wall, knowing I can't win. I'm leaving, darling, but I'm not running away. Just know that I'll be back to you someday. They say home is where the heart is, and after all that we've been through, I know no matter where I roam, my heart's at home with you, home with you, home with you. I'm out here on the road, it's something I gotta do. Got nothing to lose and everything to prove. Who knows who I'll meet along this winding road? Just know that I'll be missing you everywhere I go. They say home is where the heart is, and after all that we've been through, no matter where I roam, my heart's at home with you, home with you, home with you. 'Cause you are my happy place, and I am yours too. You are my happy place, and I am yours too. You are my happy place, and I am yours too. My journey's almost over, my rambling's almost done. I've seen so many places, my songs have all been sung. I'm coming home with my head held high. Just know that next time that I go, I want you by my side. They say home is where the heart is, and after all that we've been through, I know no matter where I roam, my heart's at home with you. They say home is where the heart is, and after all that we've been through, I know no matter where I roam, my heart's at home with you, home with you, home with you, at home with you, at home with you.
There you go. You. So now, this is one for all the river dancers out there. For all of you who have ever rolled up your trousers at a wedding and done a Michael Flatley impression, don't deny it. You're Irish. Even if you're not Irish, you know what I'm talking about. So this is a few jigs, and the last time we were here, we had them dancing up and down the aisles here. It was lovely. So if you could just throw off the shoes, point the toes, and dance around your living rooms and kitchens, and don't spill too much drink. Okay. I hope you're all wrecked. Sit yourselves down now and have a rest. Okay. I'm going to sing a song now that is about refugees and asylum seekers coming. It was written in April last year with Eleanor McAvoy, which was a real honour for me to sit down with the legend that is Eleanor and write a song. And she was sort of asking me at the time, is anything bugging you, anything annoying you at the minute? And at the time, the headlines, all the newspapers, was about asylum seekers and refugees and how they were just come to take our jobs and how it was all negative. And I was just trying to say, God, it's so hard to cope with little kids, and how desperate must you be to put your children on a boat to cross the sea to try and get them a better life. So we talked it through, and we were talking about, at the time, Trump was talking about building his wall. And I had written down a line, if you build a wall, you better build it tall, because we'll find a way around. And if you build their wall, you're going to watch it fall, because we are on higher ground. So Trump, he hasn't mentioned the wall for a while, but this song came out of that. It's called If They Build Their Wall. And if you could sing along at home, the chorus is very, very simple. It's higher ground, higher ground, higher ground, higher ground. So I'll just pretend you're all singing along with me at home, all million of you, in perfect harmony in this beautiful surroundings that is Clonard Monastery. And hopefully when we come out the other end of this, we'll all sing it together somewhere.
It's a wall, it's a border, it's a sea that keeps you at arm's length from me. But we welcome you here and hold you dear. We can be the change we want to see. It's the lies, it's the headlines, it's the doubt. They tell us to try and keep you out, but we won't play their game, 'cause our hearts beat the same. We will stand and we will sing and we will shout. And if they build their wall, they better build it tall, 'cause we will find a way around. And if they build their wall, they're gonna watch it fall, 'cause we are on higher ground, higher ground, higher ground, higher ground. It's the joy, it's the love, and it's the light. It's knowing your kids are all right. It's the color you bring and the songs that you sing. It's the love in your eyes shining bright. And if they build their wall, they better build it tall, 'cause we will find a way around. And if they build their wall, they're gonna watch it fall, 'cause we are on higher ground. Higher ground, higher ground, higher ground, higher ground. And if they build their wall, they better build it tall, 'cause we will find a way around. And if they build their wall, they're gonna watch it fall, 'cause we are on higher ground. Higher ground, higher ground, higher ground, higher ground. 'Cause we are on higher, we are on fire, we are on higher ground.
Much. It's very strange, I have to say, to be singing to an almost empty room. I'm hoping you're all enjoying it out at home. This next song is a song I wrote with a lady who you're going to be hearing from, Raina Conley. I have a lot of Marys in my family. My dad married Mary, my uncle Jim married a Mary, and my uncle Noel married a Mary. And I since found out my uncle Mick's wife, Kate, was called Mary Catherine, christened Mary Catherine. And then Jim's wife, Mary, had a daughter, Mary. So she was then my cousin Mary. So I had Auntie Marys and cousin Marys, and Big Mary, and her daughter then was wee Mary. And then there was old Mary and young Mary, I'll not tell you who was who. And there were so many Marys in the family. I wanted to do a song that would honour them. And it's about my mummy, really. It's a bit of a story about her life. But this is called The Legion of Marys. So it's really easy if you can sing along. It's Hail Mary, Mother Mary, Noel's Mary, Jim's Mary, Big Mary, Wee Mary, Old Mary, Young Mary, Cousin Mary, Auntie Mary, Mary Bridget, Mary B. Mary's always been there for me. So you got that? Yeah, you can rewind later if you want to learn it. But this is The Legion of Marys. Hopefully I'll remember them all. And sing along from home. Even if you shout out the odd Mary from wherever you are. Did a video recently with all the Marys. I got loads of Marys to send me their photographs. So I've got Marys from Derry, from Scotland, from England, from Wales. And if you look up the video, you're bound to recognise somebody. There's about 150 different Marys in the video now at this stage. But there could be a version 2. If you send me your Marys, there's always room for a few more.
Born high on a hill, looking out at this world. She didn't have to go far for the man who stole her heart. Hail Mary, Mother Mary, Noel's Mary, Jim's Mary, Big Mary, Wee Mary, Old Mary, Young Mary, your Mary, other Mary, Auntie Mary, Cousin Mary, Mary Bridget, Mary B. Mary's always been there for me. Mary then had their brood, 4 boys and 6 girls. Lost him young, how to go on? She had to stay strong. Hail Mary, Mother Mary, Noel's Mary, Jim's Mary, Big Mary, Wee Mary, Old Mary, Young Mary, your Mary, our Mary, Auntie Mary, Cousin Mary, Mary Bridget, Mary B. Mary's always been there for me. Now her house is still our home, roots to ground but wings to roam. The door's unlocked and the kettle's on, we'll have another pot of tea. Hail Mary, Mother Mary, Noel's Mary, Jim's Mary, Big Mary, Wee Mary, Old Mary, Young Mary, your Mary, other Mary, Auntie Mary, Cousin Mary, Mary Bridget, Mary B. Mary's always been there for me. One of a kind, a worried mind, quick of wit and the last to quit. Sure, what can you do? You have to push on through. Hail Mary, Mother Mary, Noel's Mary, Jim's Mary, Big Mary, Wee Mary, Old Mary, Young Mary, your Mary, other Mary, Auntie Mary, Cousin Mary, Mary Bridget, Mary B. Mary's always been there for me.
Thank God I remembered them all, just about. Now. So we're going to slow things down a little bit. This is a song that I co-wrote with a guy called Donald Scullion and a guy from Nashville called, what's his name? Alan McHenry Palmer. How could I forget? Alan McHenry Palmer is a songwriter from Nashville. And he comes over here sometimes and does some writing, and he writes in London and he goes back. He's brilliant. But I was driving down the road to this co-writing session. Didn't know what we were going to write about, but it was National Miscarriage and Early Birth Loss Life. So it was a week for awareness around stillborns and babies that don't live very long. So it sort of inspired me to write this song. It's predominantly about miscarriage, and I'm very, very honoured that the Sands charity play it every year at their carol service. It's a really lovely thing to be part of. Every Christmas they organise a lovely carol service where they bring presents up to the altar for the babies that didn't live. So it's for kids, the age their kids would be now. So it goes out into the community to St. Vincent de Paul, and the kids get all these wonderful toys, and it's just a really beautiful service to be part of. And this song is about that, really. It's called Until We Meet Again.
Out of our hands and into His. It's not what we planned, it's just the way it is. One little boy and one little girl. You were too beautiful to stay in this world. He'll carry you high upon his shoulders and wrap his arms around you and hold you close to me until we meet again. You had a heartbeat, you had a soul. 10 little fingers and 10 little toes, and never to touch you caused me such pain. All I could give you was the gift of a name. He'll carry you high upon his shoulders and wrap his arms around you and hold you close to me until we meet again. You were loved and lost, and so was I. But I'm glad that our paths crossed, even for a little while. He'll carry you high upon his shoulders and wrap his arms around you and hold you close for me until we let him carry you high upon his shoulders and wrap his arms around you and hold you close to me until we meet again.
Thanks very much. I hope that you have enjoyed us. My name is Bernadette Morris. Please have a wee like on Facebook and follow us on Spotify and Twitter and Instagram and all those fancy Facebooky social media things. So it's Bernadette Morris. I'd like to thank Emma Robinson here from Lurgan on whistles and flute. Woo! Virtual claps at home, please. Thank you. And Niall McCrickard from Castlewellan on guitar. Woo! Woo! And a massive thank you again to Féile for having us and all the folks that help and work with Féile. And of course to Clonard Monastery for having us as well. Such a beautiful venue. Absolutely beautiful. The acoustics are fab. So we're going to finish up with an Irish language one. It's been a pleasure to sing for you tonight. Hope that you have enjoyed it. This is Molly na Guach ní Chalainain. It's a song about a girl. It's about a man missing a woman that puts money in his pocket. So if you know an Irish speakers out there, he says, oh, if I had 4 milking cows, I would never let anyone go near them except Molly. I would build a house in the hill and no one would get in it except Molly. He said, if I was writing my will, no one would get a penny of it except Molly. And then he says he went to woods late at night with all mystical lights, and she would turn an old man young again and bring a dead man back to life. So she was some doll for one doll, Molly na Guach ní Chalainain. Thanks a million, folks. Hope you've enjoyed it. I hope you've enjoyed the other 2 ladies as well, Grania Holland and Raina Conley. And thanks a million again.
Temni smó, Benlana go Johnny Flashy May. O Helma Macalin Fogo, Karama Fokan Target. Spatalam, O Jimmy Sheen. It's Spatalam, Hisakus Hussy, Malino Gork Nickel the Nine. Yanni may tear and heart, Scacarabobania Bracagum. Snealing may dinner the Goria, the Molly just one Nickel the Nine. Fadalam hisakus husi malhino gut nikal dinain. Da menchen yakama wash kaktinyara na tukinas. Ni ani may tum na gobra kutakama wan nikal dinain. Fadalam wumi o junishi. Fadalam hisakus husi malhino gut nikal dinain. Sonic may still shove rather good. Yanachi marrow and pure, spool just soaked and tandana. It's Fatalam wummy, oh Jimmy Sheen. It's Fatalam hisakus huasi, Malino good nickel the nine. It's Fatalam wummy, oh Jimmy Sheen. It's Fatalam hisakus huasi, Malino good nickel the nine.
Thank you very much. Gurmila Moigav. Gurmoigav. Thank you.
Jerry Vacarja to much intach sasta eventual nachtar were gojacta, agus boil am awehis a goal Féile and Phobail as Curry Hortuin Ve in Sanonad intach Sharish. Thanks very much to Féile and Phobail for inviting us to virtual Féile 2020. It's a real honour to be here. We're absolutely delighted to be back in Clonard performing such a wonderful venue, and I'm delighted to be in the company of Eamon McElhone on the guitar and the brilliant Brian Finnegan on whistle and flute. So we hope you enjoy our set tonight, and we're going to start off with a song called Misha agus Tusa agus Shaw or an a scríb me de ma Arcela Frank. sail. Is tusa Colum na Féile. Is chi to my nach denya. Shagus tosa Gajana Nyora store is to Mograya Anche Tagonian Monyarka Hiltaka is to Mograya. Shananam Tagede the Horb Tanyagis Tala the Hula Tanater Jiga the Cree and spare Narota Narige. Talon hayna navia Mishages tosa Kajana Nyora store is to Mograya Anche Tagonian Monyarka his tomb of Seo Arna scríb méid ar a bhainneam Conscious Corp agus Cree. This is a song I wrote called Conscious Corp and Cree. It's about the love I have of nature, and it's about a time I spent in Tullymore Forest Park after a very dark time in my life. And I remember visiting the park and just feeling this wonderful feeling all of a sudden, and knowing that there was light in life and things weren't always all bad. And I decided to write a song about the brilliant connection that I had with nature because of that. Hope you enjoy it. Ag siúil a másc na spirit a bhí an seo go deo lá sin se mórósa na déilúgus na crin an talú faoi mochasa an linne do hwyl an jaragyd o viola Mohi amarish conscious corp ogis cree 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 and glendere ma anem Mahia Marish do veale movelsa anella tamo chwarp eg Mohrisa Mohi amarish conscious corp ogis cree Mohi amarish conscious corp ogis cree Mohi conscious corp ogis cree Mohi amarish conscious corp ogis cree Garamila Mayogov. Thanks very much. This next song we're going to perform for you tonight, Shaw Oran dar a Vanyam Lundu and Yevri. Agus scríb mé seo faoi aréis tréimh se doratha a bhí agam a híal hain ach an am a hanig an doratha a seo is deach a híal le linn an Yevri agus an sin agus mé glóir le daoine bhí ní siad gur hála seo go minic dífa hain agus gur rudínta cutchinta ton. So this is a song I wrote about a condition which affects so many people and that is that they get a little bit sadder in winter time when the dark nights come in, and I described it in this song almost like a blackbird that came to visit every winter. It's called Lundu and Gefri. Talando an Gefri an Shoeri Shall she stach ar in sunny and our head is a ngachech hagis emochri tan griener hyo san yalach nahi Londo an yevri Dora haesti Solace me Alondo an yevri Ni chynnym dy glor En larna ia I hyn yn ior Nil an ach an chynnyrs Gach niach yn ali Small he amoignes Emanum esti Londo an yevri Dora haesti Solace me Talondo an yevri Kosole shor Korsel spervan O hirna non Malen shish chachur Le grimmer dochri Force follow that she is the Londo an yevri Dora haesti Solace me Thanks very much. This next song, Shaw Oran, a scríb me a gudjach de le Brian, Finnegan and Ekelum, August ma Arcela Frank, Shaw Oran dar a vanyam and Ru. So this is a song I wrote together with Brian Finnegan, and also my husband Frank co-wrote it with us as well. And it's a song called An Ru, which is the Gaelic for a chaffinch. And I wrote it after 2 wee chaffinches flew into my window and died. And I just found it really strange that the two of them flew at exactly the same moment into the window and died at exactly the same time. And when I was burying them in the back garden, because I'm a sentimental sort of person, a lot of other wee birds come up into the tree above, and as if they were attending the funeral, and it was a hawthorn tree, which is a fairy tree. So I thought this was a very magical thing to happen almost, and decided to write a wee song about it. So to say, I'll go on and you've sold us. O Colum aga heart chrewas chli Hain vegrua Can ben glor a chari Saberlum sad a skiel Swi gra gal doch Da champagnat don The hill, let the hill. Pain dying and cooking ya. Working a winch crawler. Crying in back. And my little till. I got a healer. A sea bag on punish where I enough rhythm and solace and reruwa so unreal and reruwa I guess I want Honey, when Charna Killa, like Hillis a fair, it's like she and Jish, like Hillis a fair, rush led on her, I adore Trina Shia, Colum Sierra. So some he pain dying and cooking ya working a winch crawler crying in bed and my little till I got a killer the sea bag on pony where I get enough rhythm and solace and reruwa so unreal and reruwa I guess so We're going to do a song now called Harry's. Seo or an scríb mé de ma ahar. Agus fir sé buas siar an gáhíle sa seacht agus scríb mé ag a gurí generation agus chur mé ceáil leis beidir cuaig bliana ó hin agus tá sé ar my album nua Corcra a Larry Brian Finnegan and seo. So this is a song called Harry's, which I wrote just after the death of my daddy, Harry, in 2007, and put music to it then about 5 years ago, and then recorded it with Brian Finnegan, and it's on my latest album, Corcra, which Brian produced. Where will you go now that you're free, soaring high or beneath the sea, to swim free without feeling the cold, where no one can hurt you and you'll never grow. Na janjar mgu, tamakri brishigantu, esahar fangar duin, oh ahar por mishnatuin. Would you ride on the wind like the song of the lark, a shining light piercing the dark, where the songs of the souls they come together, where only love can live forever. Na janjar mgu, oh ahar tamakri brishigantu, ahar fangar duin, esahar por mishnatuin. And when it's time for my soul to be free, the midnight cry of the old banshee will send me sailing to your shore, forever love and pain no more. Esahar na janjar mgu, ahar tamakri brishigantu, esahar Thanks very much. This next song now, seo oran dar a bhainneam Belfast, a scríb mé ar a Jimmy May ón chathair, hart fa ceithre bliain ó hinanis, agus tá mé mo chunaí Gundaí dún, agus is bralam an cheantar a crónaíam ma chathair haon go fáil. Ach níl sé a bhád bhuam buis le dia. So this is a song I wrote about Belfast when I left Belfast to go and live in County Down near the Mourne Mountains, and I absolutely love where I live now, but I still really miss Belfast, but it's not far away and I'm always up, so I feel like I have the best of both worlds. But sure, oran an almost Belfast. Talenda na cara a Colum chef smegamach do mo wala o mo chans charge mo chef on lagain go de vish de banwa de kain slanoge va charge Belfast Koshkuan Sana Takhare and now it is Saga Nayasana Anaike Gagasta Hecta Ogme Mohildech I wish to Machri Belfast everyone lachli Tasledo my garda Garcanus are here and Kahara Vibrestre Atachata Nirarish a Hanik Fried Najore Frich Kogos Frijan was his Sanishes Krandarahi We'vla Hesik for Takhare anya ejisara nayasana anaike gasta extra ogme mohildech I wish to mahri Belfast everyone lachli Belfast 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 Bhfuil am bhuaithas a ggóil le Féile an Phobail arís, tá sé ag Johnny Rodín dacham léana de gachtain iad an Phobail ar fad mar as gra. mar tá rudí ahraithe agus maras gra tagan féile hon tosaí le siamsaíocht agus rangan agus cardlana agus ahan rud den chéad scóil leachtainna agus ahan sort of hort an Phobail arís agus tá díntaach buic. So just want to say thank you so much to Féile and Phobail for virtual Féile this year, because things are very different for our community, and as usual Féile have come forward to provide a top-class festival that everybody can enjoy at home and feel like we're all part of it. So we're really grateful, and we're very grateful for being invited to do this wonderful concert here tonight. So gur míle maigah. Tá muid gola chrít nu inis le oran dar a bhainneam miracle. So just want to say from myself, from Brian Finnegan and Eamon McElhone, thank you so much. We're going to finish off with a wee song I wrote for my son Nisha and my daughter Shiva.
Light against the dark, you are the brightest of the stars. You are the moonlight on the trees, the wind whispering on the breeze. Miracle of mine, a creation so divine. You are the midsummer night sky. You are the bird song in the night. When I take your hand in mine, I say forever. What's gone before, what's now, and what's to come. You are the dawn when light breaks through and floods over the sky. Miracle of mine. Miracle of mine. Against my skin, you are the sun's warming rays on a hazy summer's day when all worries fade away. All that I hold dear, you are the river running clear. I have known you all my life, and in a different place and time. When I take your hand in mine, I say forever. What's gone before, what's now, and what's to come. You are the dawn when light breaks through and floods over the sky. Miracle of mine. Miracle of mine.
Gur míle maigah.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. This is Rena Conley here. We've got Alice Davis here from Southwest Wales. Say hello to the nice people.
Hello, nice people.
And Valamy Davin here. money glass. And we're gonna sing you a couple of really depressing songs, and a couple of hoppity songs, and a couple more miserable numbers just to round things off. Hit it! This first one's called The Old Miner, or The Miner's Hymn. Oh, who'll replace this old miner, and who will take my place below, and who will follow the trepanner? Oh, dear God, dear God, when I go, when I go, when I go, oh, who will wield this heavy pain that I did wield for 40 years? And who will hew the black, black coal? Oh, dear God, dear God, when I go, 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 when I go. And who will strand his standing by? Who will work, sweat and ache like hell? Oh, dear God, dear God, when I go, 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 when I go. friends are lying all around. And who will sing the miner's hymn? Oh dear God, dear God, when I go, 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 when I go. 40 years I've loved that mine. For 40 years I've worked down there. Now who'll replace this old miner when I've paid God? When I've paid God my fare. Well, there you go. There's the first one out of the way. It's always nice to get the first one out of the way and, shake it off. How's everybody doing? You okay? Can't tell when all the audience are wearing masks who's having a terrible time and who's having a lovely time. So, we're very happy to be here. Thank you very much. Féile and Phobail. It's lovely to be in Belfast. We came up from West Cork to be here with you this evening, and it's an honour to be asked and an honour to be in such a wonderful, wonderful surrounding. This is amazing. My first time in Clonard. So thanks for having us, Clonard. Haven't met any of the monks yet, but looking forward to giving them a good elbow. Huh? Next song, we're going to do an Oriel song from my part of the world, the Kingdom of Oriel, Old Kingdom of Armagh, Louth, bit of Fermanagh, bit of Monaghan, bit of Down. I'm not sure Tyrone. I don't know if we're letting Tyrone in. Historically, I'm sure they're bound to be, but Oriel was a massive part of North East Ulster. And this dialect is all but eradicated from colonialisation. So it's very important that we keep singing our Oriel dialect songs. This one's called Callinas Conte Lu. It's mostly given off about people from Louth and this poor fella who got a bit of bad hospitality. So I'll let you fill in the gaps, huh? Vi me labraira golbora waira is hastus paravanas cantelu is gifriashindi naglesje abosa chigres is contendum shedar chans paravan go Romea plaidal snarin molets hershidu shidarchan yeshan nar lakshili der villa bardi vegantelu in Shuliera, Nervin Falsha Saloon, Tagakalaram, Nakmin Villa Karagim, Esmal is Kuran, Nervin Smart Cross the Salaija Chan, Nakmin Ship Tutak, Smarnadora Shadunta, Nervin Falsha Saglan, Nawal Mashan. Sanhul Clem Joltu Selection Killanjas Here's a glan Nervas Nadar Shidunta Raman Julti Be Falcha Ubulta Is Fanagalan Shine. How you doing, lads? He's okay? Yeah. Are you giving each other plenty of eye contact and love?
Yeah. Staring lovingly at each other throughout.
It's a very loving space. Feeling very cosy up here. I always knew I deserved to be at a pulpit at some stage. We're gonna go. We started off with a bit of a socialist English number. Then we went to Oriel. We're now going to Wales. This is a really old Welsh poem called Cariad Cyntaf, which means first love. And sure, why not? Huh? Wait, I'm just gonna throw a bit of water into me.
You need water for the Welsh.
My prodvertho gaeliden Under van wers ganes vein when voin Gariadis Lewis Lawen Saren siw cliw dear cla Addod gariadi me heno Gnaw na modai kina madui roi maroi da the lo Road grade de doi Lewis lanai sarek va vanways Will de gora hi de geris meet cameran gamareges Road grade de doi On the logite calf where he honey Sereni grass and with my de well di me nor of all her Saren siw cliw dear cloud There you go. Thanks very much. I got my So I've noticed that I do a bit of a grunt at the end of a song. It's sort of like this wee habitual thing that you do. Recently I heard what a bittern sounded like, and as far as I knew, apart from the bun and bui, that was the last time I heard a bittern in Ireland. I could be wrong now, but Jagl and Davlin told me that the bitterns had they were extinct. we basically just ruined their habitats. So I was on an estuary, and I heard this noise, and when I heard it was a bittern, now I seem to do it everywhere, and it was like this, oh, 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 it's amazing. So there you go. If you're wondering why I'm grunting at the end of songs, everybody, it's because I've gone slightly insane in lockdown. Next,
Tunes.
we're gonna do some tunes. I'm sure, why not? Yeah. If anybody feels like bucklapping about, they can. And I bet you there's a lot more people doing it at home in your living rooms. Now nobody can see you bucklapping about your living rooms. Huh? First one is called The Old Brown Slipper Set. The Old Brown Slipper. The second one is called Time in Arrears. Third one is called The Winnie Hills of Leitrim. I forgot how we're starting this. Should I just ply on?
What, do you want me to start?
I'll just ply on. And
There's that grunt again.
there's that grunty pattern. Huh? So, we're going to move swiftly on with Hug 'em or Hen. We brought the summer with us, hopefully.
Kind of.
We'll see what the weather's like
Right.
tomorrow. I'm singing this one for wee Maha. I'm looking at her. She's no notion of going to sleep, but this one usually knocks her out. Hug my hen and Saurulan. Hug my hen and Saurulan. Saurubui olina granya. Hug my hen and Saurulan. Sauru banyan naina. Hug my hen and Saurulan. Sauru diller hugammer and Cleveland. Hug my hen and Saurulan. Babok na baljan and majan and Tyru. Suska crick shiska glan. Kalini maisha banya leglesta. Hug my hen and Saurulan. Hug my hen and Saurulan. Hug my hen and Saurulan. Saurubui ulina granya. Hug my hen and Saurulan. Kellen is call is trum is kieran. Hug my hen and Saurulan. Svenska glegal vel and aha. Hug my hen and Saurulan. Hug my hen and Saurulan. Hug my hen and Saurulan. Hug my lane is kewani denne. Hug my hen and Saurulan. Hug my lane is kewani denne. Hug my hen and Saurulan. Nope.
Still wide awake.
Still wide awake. We'll fly on through. Let's cheer everybody up. Okay, so this is another grumpy number, but we're gonna do sort of like a bit of head nod stuff, and turn it into sort of like, well, I don't know. Let's see. It's a Donegal song called Bridge One, and she's basically given off because she's married a fella and he's took her away from Tyrone, and she loves Tyrone, it's beautiful, and he's took her up the hill, up the side of the mountain, away from her people and away from the sea, and she's miserable. And he then replies to her, it's not bad up the mountain, you know, we've plenty of good cattle, and sure the views are good, and, you know, dry your eyes basically. And then she comes back at him and she takes his head off and basically says, even if all of the fish would jump out of the sea and come up to me here on the hill, I'd still rather be down there with my people. So, there you go.
Ready?
Push it a wee bit. Ní hon lam sin slú gas an balla tamie sa ye gan me shuristan gan me ven san chakor ta janta hill road agus me ve an gan wo gan khira ní ve an in grow me shir hak ta doni ve and tafran no mo horse mogini August tamalam saera anu solakanya garjana barlam khoni I've reached one run, like mesh not roar, snack clincher knee smoke again. Snack will near done show. The wakatula dos na me agans and wallowed na memage. Kiriakas core, kaplakas poof, stamango we mesh for thief. Snack royas not show. Etargas and run, snack braden and sun one na lemmy. Banana buvagas galar na gors na hardev. Me duar me vron, vilan shot mon sahibu ni item shan ferry. Ahmed braden nagasis erna hu and Helen real sta darat she the leaf in yari. Ni ho kam shamahul la tashakas la kui oh hanek me we gruish rana. How you feeling? How you feeling about that there? Yeah. I'm not used to having two guitars on the stage. You're very lucky getting out of the two monitors today. So, where do we go from there, everybody? I wonder. Yeah. I push her. We're very slow.
Okay.
Lock of rails. No idea. The first one's called O'Connell's Trip to Parliament. After that, we'll leave it up to the crowd. Answers on a postcard. Huh? Down on him. You start her off? Well, actually, he starts it off. Scrape the hoof here. Well, that didn't go according to plan, but I'll stand over it.
Another way.
Now for something completely different. We're coming towards the end of our set. So, this one is a song that we made up on the spot, more or less, on a session with a tabla player called Mindy Singh, and he is a great friend of ours, and we just found out that the great African writer Chinua Achebe had just died, and he'd meant a lot to us all personally. We'd all loved the books, Beware Soul Brother, and the poetry, and the book Things Fall Apart, and the start, particularly because at the start of Things Fall Apart there's a wee excerpt from a Yeats poem about the centre cannot hold, and it was a very post-colonial sentiment, and yeah, we just had a bit of a 20-minute song. We're not going to do you the 20-minute version of this song. We've kind of synopsized it. We've shortened it for you. So, happy Sunday. They'll come for your children, they'll come for the night, they'll come for your children, they'll keep you in war, guns safe for your souls. So love, please let me go, 'cause I'll keep on me safe, I'll keep on me told. Oh, please run away, leave them all, 'cause they'll run through the night skies and slice at your skin and peel away to start over again. For the cold skin in the dead of night, my lover. The wind howls your name on and on, and I'll sit and weep for my mother. Who can let me in? Who can let me in this dark place? Who can list while I sing? Who can hear of it in my ways? I'm proud of my other. There is no one under. I don't know another way, but I can't stay away. blow the cobweb. But it's not about me anyway. It's not about me anyway. It's lost in their alleyways. But I'll spread my bed head, listen on the step, watching it struggle down the street. I hear a ghost feet holding me close. All I know is love, and all I fear is none. All I know is love, and all I fear is none. All I know is love, and all I fear is none. All I know is see, it's sort of addictive. Gurmagav, thank you very much for having us. Nostar agus I Hawaii. Well done. Well, first year. Well done. Thanks for having us.
Yep.
This last one is called Freedom Hangs Like Heaven Over Everyone. It's by a great songwriter called Sam Beam from a band called Iron and Wine. And we're gonna sort of like hoogie boogie it up a bit. I don't know if it's the place, but sure, why not? Huh? With the greatest love and respect. Huh? Will you stop tapping your foot? Take your hoof off, take your shoe off there. Take it off, just stop. Take it off there. That's it, more like it, come on. That's distorting. Mary, carry your baby bound up tight like lips around a wimpy her fingers over my face, blind-eyed Simpson driven to the temple and night bird today until dawn. Freedom hangs like heaven over everyone. Nobody knows what the newborn holds, but his mama's gonna walk on water, wander back home, wander back home. Wander back home, wander back home. So Mary, carry our shame away past all those eyes across the avenue. Fish heads are running from the rain. You know I'll do anything you want me to. Lampoint, the lovers may say, freedom hangs like heaven over everyone. Nobody knows what the newborn holds, but the dollar says it's shake the devil, do it alone. Oh yeah, do it alone. Ooh, do it alone. Oh yeah, do it alone. bags, packed up all I had to offer you. Looked all over this place, lost your portrait lately when the winter blew in like Herod and them. Freedom hangs like heaven over everyone. Nobody knows what the newborn holds, but the dollar says he licked that devil. Do it alone. Oh yeah. Do it alone. Ooh. Do it alone. Oh yeah. Do it alone. That's my baby crying. See yous. Thanks for having us. It's been lovely. Away.